y'all, it's Katie. Welcome back to From My Vanity and welcome to a project painting challenge. It has been a long time since I have participated in a project painting challenge, but we are finally getting back into it and we're just going to dive right in and start talking about it. I'm going to be participating in the As You Wish project painting challenge. Now I'll go ahead and leave all the details down below just because I know I can forget details and whatnot, and I just don't have that much time to record today, so definitely check the description box down below if you want to hear all the details for this project painting challenge, and I definitely encourage you to join in if you enjoy doing project painting challenges. Okay, I just finished recording and realized I never even addressed the tag and like the inspiration and why I wanted to do this tag, so I'm just going to add this in here. Yes, my mind is all over the place these days. But anyway, so the As You Wish, the reason I wanted to do this tag was because of As You Wish, Princess Bride. As soon as I read it, I was like, oh my gosh, Princess Bride. I watched it so many times growing up. I thought it was a hilarious movie. There's so many classic lines that I still, like anytime you hear the word inconceivable, can you think of anyone else or any other movie besides Princess Bride? So there's just so much about that movie that brings back really good memories for me. So yeah, when I saw the As You Wish, I was just like, oh my gosh, I really want to do this. And then just reading the details about the tag, that kind of sealed the deal. And I was like, oh yeah, this is really cute. This looks like a lot of fun. I definitely want to do it. And I also wanted to thank Kelly Fab. I'll have her channel link down below, but she's the one who tagged me in this. It's an Instagram post, and she's the one who tagged me in it. And she was like, hey, I know you like to do project painting challenges. So she tagged me in it because I wasn't following this lady before. So I had no idea this project painting even existed until she tagged me in it. So thank you so much, Kelly, for thinking of me when you saw this tag. And I'm so excited and glad I'm able to join in. But anyway, what I've done is I've picked out 16 products and I've paired them together and I posted them on my Instagram stories, and I had you guys pick. So the As You Wish aspect of it is that you guys got to choose what I am planning on or what I am trying to pan or complete or, you know, get some progress done with it. So that's kind of the meat of this project panning challenge, and it's going to start today when I upload this video, and it's going to end on the 31st of May. So a fairly long, which I am thankful for. I do want to say that when I posted the pictures, as I said, I chose 16 products, put up 8 pictures, and you guys got to pick between the two. I kind of tried to keep them going together, and like I picked 2 foundations, 2 powders, that kind of thing, and you kind of pick between them just so I didn't have like 5 powders to try and pan and whatnot. But one of the little key points that I was very intrigued about when I first saw this was that number 4, like rule number 4 is when the results are in, you're allowed 1 rebellious act to go against your followers' wishes if you want to. So I have seen all of the results. I've seen everything. You guys are going to see. We're going to go through this in just a second, but I have yet to decide if I'm going to be rebellious or not. So let's just jump right into showing you guys all the products I'm going to be panning, which ones won the polls, and let you guys know if I'm going to be a little rebellious. Okay, so going in no particular order, I'm just going to start with the last picture I posted and then go back from there. It's just easier for me right now. But I wanted to pick a lip product. I always like to throw that into my project painting challenges just to try and use up a lipstick because I have a million of them. But anyway, I chose to have you guys pick between the Neutrogena Moisture Smooth Color Stick in the shade Almond Nude. I've been using this a lot. It's getting pretty old. I have a good bit left. So here's how much I have left. So I figured I'd throw this in there to see if maybe I could get some good use out of it, or ideally use it up, but I don't have much used up on it. I don't know how long it'll take. So I put that in there, and then I had the competitor be this Burberry lipstick in the shade number 406. It's a little deluxe size sample, nothing too crazy, but I really haven't used it at all. And so my goals for this, when I posted these, I let you guys know what my goal would be. And this, I wanted to try to use half of it. This, I wanted to use completely up. And you guys, I'll go ahead and post on, or I should scoot over for that, yeah. And as you guys can see from the screenshot, you guys chose the Burberry. So my goal is by the 31st, I can show you guys an empty little deluxe size tube. This isn't full size or anything. It's just a little deluxe size sample I'm pretty sure I got from Sephora because that's all they ever give. But yeah, my goal is to try to finish this completely out. Next up, I wanted to choose some brow products because I feel like I am very bad at changing up my brow products. I just kind of use brow gel and call it a day. So I picked this BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Waterproof Brow Pomade that I just never think to use because it's just more of a hassle for me, and I've barely used it at all. I have a tiny little dip going in there, so my goal for this, if you guys chose it, was to try and get a more significant dip. I didn't think I would hit pan, but just try to use it, or try and use the full brow powder, which is kind of more up my alley, and try to actually hit pan, which looking at it looks kind of like a deep pan, but we're going to try our best because you guys chose the full brow, so I'm going to be using this little guy and trying to hit pan on it before the end of this project painting challenge. Wish me luck. So next I chose some concealers, and these two were easy for me because they are two that I just always pass over whenever I'm picking out my concealers for the month and whatnot. But one is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eyes. I have a little sample here that it's great. I like that I have a sample so I'm not wasting as much, but I literally never pull for it, so I feel like that says a lot right there. But I wanted to give it one more shot before I just tossed it and decluttered it out of my collection. So that was the goal, was just to use this consistently and decide if I liked it or not, and if I wanted to keep it in my collection. Or I would do the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector in, I don't even know, it's like a salmon color. I don't know if there's different shades. But this little guy here that I have dipped a little bit into, but I want to try and use up a significant amount. I don't know if I can hit pan, but I want to use this consistently and see if I like it, if it makes a difference. So these two are with the goal to use up consistently and decide if I want to keep them in my collection. And you guys chose the Becca Under Eye Corrector, this little pod here, which I am excited because this is what I was hoping for. And not gonna lie, if the other one won, I was kind of thinking this would be my rebellious act, because I really want to try and give some devotion to this product and see how it works under different concealers, see if it makes a big difference for me and my under eyes and whatnot. So yeah, this is what I'm going to try to be getting good use out of it. Not panning, not hitting pan, I don't think. That'd be pretty cool, but just getting consistent use out of and deciding if I like it and want to keep it. Okay, next up I wanted to grab some eye primers because I feel like I always reach for the same eye primers, and these two are ones that I continually overlook in my collection. They are the CoverGirl Lid Lockup and then the Smashbox Photo Finish Lid Primer in white. And this one was really close. There were two slides, and this was one of them, that when I checked like 45 minutes before the polls ended, it was like 50-50 on the dot. So I went on Twitter and was like, hey y'all, can you help me? And a couple more people go vote because I don't want to be stuck at 50-50. So this was one that in the last little 30-15 minutes that this poll was live, it did go over, and the Smashbox won, as you can see, by 52%, just 2% more than the CoverGirl. So I'm going to be using this. The Smashbox is a white eyeshadow base, so I'm curious to see how that will work with my eyeshadow, how I'll like it as compared, because I usually use for my base the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define in C7, which is more a skin tone. So this is stark white, so I'm curious if I'll like it or if I'll really hate this for the challenge. I almost thought about being rebellious and using this, but I'm gonna stick to this. We're gonna try and use it because I never think to use white, and I hate the Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas and Halo, so maybe this will be better. I don't know. I want to use this. Next up, I chose some foundation powders. I just picked two out of my collection that I felt like were a bit older. One was a Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder. This one haven't got a whole lot of use out of, so my goal was to try and hit pan on it. And then the other one is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Powder, and this one, as you can see, has significant pan. It was in my last project panning challenge, and I didn't finish it up. And so the goal with this is to completely finish it up. And honestly, with it being such a long project panning challenge, this is kind of like a shoo-in. So I think once this is done, I'll bring this into my collection and see how much I can get done on this. But for now, to start this project panning challenge, as you can see, the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Powder won by 51%. It was close, y'all. And then of course I wanted a foundation. I just feel like it's nice to have a staple foundation when I don't want to think about it and just grab one that I'm trying to finish and complete, and they're just so bulky. It's nice to get them out if they only have a little bit. So I chose two that have a significant amount of it gone, and I'm going to try to finish them up. Okay, my camera battery just died. But anyway, I chose two foundations that were nearing the end of their life here, and the first one was the Bare Minerals Fresh Face Made to Fit Foundation. This little guy has, it's hard to see exactly, but it kind of has, I don't know, has some up here, but comes down here. There's not much in there. It's kind of clinging to the side, so it's getting close to being done. And then also the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir. This one you can't really see, but I can't pump it anymore. I'm having to open it and like scrape it out. There's a bunch on the sides, but like I said, I can't pump it anymore. So there's not much left in either of these, and so you guys voted, and 70% of you said CoverGirl, so this is what I'm going to try to be completely finishing up, and maybe I'll put it in a little pot or something, like scrape it out and put it in a pot just to make it easier, because it's kind of a hassle to try and like scrape the sides every time. I don't know. We'll see what I do, but this is what I'm going to try to completely finish up by the 31st of May. Okay, the next step, I chose some primers. I have the Bare Minerals Blemish Rescue Skin Clearing Anti-Redness Mattifying Primer that I am nearly out of. Like, there's not a whole lot in there. I can like see through the tube. It's just a little bit down here. I've had this in previous project panning challenges. just want to finish it up. And then the same story goes for the Cover FX Custom Blot Drop Oil Control. I'm down to here. I've had this in previous project planning challenges, so the goal for either of these was whichever one you guys chose, I'm just going to try to finish it up, and 56% said Cover FX. So this is what I'm going to try to be finishing up. I feel like every time I put this in, it's always only had a little bit, and I'm like, oh, I can get this done. There's not much there, but a little bit goes a long way, so it takes a while, but gonna try to finish her up. And very last step, I picked 2 bronzers. One was the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. This guy is just one of the older bronzers in my collection. I figured I could try. I didn't want to try to hit pan because I've heard this is hard to hit pan on, but I want to see if I can use it enough to get the imprint off of it. I feel like that would be a big milestone because you can still see the imprint from when I first purchased it. So that was going to be one of the bronzers. And then the other one I chose because it is older, like the oldest in my collection, to be honest, it's the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. I have hit pan because I had this in my last project panning challenge. So my goal, if I had it in this new project panning challenge, was to widen the pan and potentially finish it, but I just wanted to make a more significant widening of the pan because it is so old. Like, it's the old packaging and everything. So you guys voted, and 65% of y'all said to do the Butter Bronzer, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do my rebellious act here, and I'm gonna pick the Too Faced one, mainly because it's just so old in my collection, and I do have pan, and I feel like I'm going to be more motivated to use this and get that pan bigger and use it up and get it out of my collection than the Butter Bronzer that has absolutely no pan. It's not as old as the Too Faced. I can keep going on, but basically I just know I'm going to be more excited to use this, so I'm going to be rebellious and I'm going to pick this one over the Butter Bronzer that y'all chose for me. Even though I feel so bad because so many of y'all wanted me to use this, but I'm going to use this. So yeah, this is the final item I am adding to my As You Wish project panning challenge. Alright, so there you have it. Those are all the products for my As You Wish project panning challenge. Thank you guys so much, everyone who follows me over on Instagram and who participated and did these polls. I had over 100 people participating and voting in these polls, which is the most I've ever had anyone like participate in the polls that I do on Instagram stories or whatnot. So I was really just, my heart was warmed, and I just appreciate you guys taking that time to go over to my Instagram and vote in my stories and just participate and help me choose the products that I'm going to be trying to pan for the next couple months. And if you ever want to be a part of future videos, definitely be following me on Instagram, because I feel like Instagram IG stories is kind of where I put out feelers, or I ask for input, or I ask for you guys to vote and whatnot, or I often share new releases and say, hey, do you guys want to see this on my channel? Yes or no? I do a lot of that on my IG stories, so definitely follow me over there if you want to be a part of future type of content like this, or just helping me decide what to feature on my channel. But yeah, with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, I also didn't say if I'm going to do a check-in. I'm just going to feel it out and see if I have time to squeeze in a check-in. I'll probably do one in the middle. And also, I didn't even say who created this. I'm going to have her Instagram linked down below so you can check her out. I do not know her Instagram handle off the top of my head. I am so sorry. I feel terrible. Anyway, I will have her Instagram linked down below, so definitely go check her out. And if, like I said, if you want to participate in this project panning challenge, check out her original story, or check out her original post for all the details, and definitely participate and let me know if you are going to be doing it, because I'd love to follow along and I'd love to help vote. So let me know and I will go over and vote for you guys. But anyway, yes, with all that said, thank you guys so very much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys.